When an elderly man is harshly thrown out of a luxury hotel by security guards for simply sitting in the lobby, his quiet dignity catches the attention of an unexpected ally, LeBron James. The NBA superstar steps in with a powerful act of kindness that leaves the guards stunned and everyone watching speechless. What unfolds next is an emotional and heartwarming twist that changes the lives of everyone involved. This story of compassion, redemption, and respect will grip you until the very last moment. Don't miss the inspiring conclusion that proves the power of humanity. But before we dive in, leave a comment and let us know where you are watching from today. And if this story speaks to you, hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories. The grand entrance of the Crown Royal Hotel sparkled with opulence. Its marble floors gleamed under the glow of crystal chandeliers, and every detail exuded luxury. Guests in designer suits and evening gowns floated in and out, while the doormen stood rigid, greeting every patron with a polished smile. Near the corner of the lobby, an elderly man sat quietly on a worn leather suitcase, his frame slightly hunched from years of hard labor. His clothes were modest and weathered, a stark contrast to the extravagance surrounding him. His name was Henry Greaves, a retired schoolteacher in his late 70s. Henry wasn't there for luxury or grandeur. He was there for a promise, a memory tied to this very hotel. Henry clutched a faded photograph of a young woman smiling beside him, her eyes full of life and love. It was his late wife, Margaret. The Crown Royal held special significance for them. It was where they had celebrated their honeymoon decades ago. On what would have been their 50th anniversary, Henry decided to visit the hotel, reliving the memories they had cherished. He had no grand plans, just a quiet moment to sit in the lobby, soak in the atmosphere, and remember Margaret. But to the hotel staff, Henry didn't belong. "Sir," one of the security guards barked, his tone curt, "you can't sit here." Henry looked up, startled. "I'm not causing any trouble. I'm just sitting for a while." The guard frowned, his arms crossed. "This isn't a waiting area for people like you. You need to leave." Henry's face fell. "I'm not here to cause problems. This hotel means a lot to me. My wife and I, sir," the guard interrupted, now more aggressive. "Either you leave, or we'll remove you ourselves." Before Henry could respond, two more security guards approached. One grabbed his suitcase while the other yanked him to his feet. The scene caused a few guests to pause and whisper, their curiosity piqued. "Please," Henry pleaded, his voice trembling. "I just need a moment." But his words fell on deaf ears. The guards escorted him out roughly, his suitcase dragging behind him. Henry stumbled on the steps outside, the cold evening air biting into his frail body. Inside the lobby, a tall figure in a hoodie and sunglasses walked in, unnoticed at first. LeBron James had just arrived in town for a charity event and was staying at the Crown Royal. Towering over the guests, his presence quickly caught attention, and whispers rippled through the lobby. As LeBron scanned the room, he noticed the commotion outside. His sharp eyes caught the sight of an elderly man being shoved out the doors by security. Curious, and with a growing sense of unease, he strode toward the scene. "Excuse me," LeBron called out, his deep voice cutting through the air. The guards froze mid-action, their faces turning pale as they recognized the NBA superstar approaching them. "What's going on here?" LeBron asked, his tone calm but firm. One of the guards, clearly nervous, stammered. "This man was loitering, sir. He doesn't belong here." LeBron raised an eyebrow. "Doesn't belong here? And who decided that?" He looked down at Henry, who was struggling to steady himself. "Sir, are you okay?" Henry nodded weakly, his voice barely audible. "I was just sitting for a moment, remembering my wife." LeBron's jaw tightened. He turned back to the guards. "This man isn't causing trouble. He's not loitering. What exactly makes him not belong here?" The guards shuffled uncomfortably, unable to meet his gaze. LeBron knelt beside Henry, placing a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "Let's get you inside, Mr. Greaves," Henry said softly. "Henry Greaves." "Let's get you inside, Mr. Greaves," LeBron said, his voice warm. "You're not spending your evening out here." Before the guards could protest, LeBron stood, his towering frame radiating authority. And I'll make sure this doesn't happen again. Inside the lobby, LeBron led Henry to a plush armchair near the fireplace. Hotel staff, now flustered, scrambled to bring him water and blankets. LeBron stayed by Henry's side, listening intently as the elderly man recounted the story of his honeymoon at the hotel. "I just wanted to feel close to her again," Henry said, tears glistening in his eyes. "We saved for years to afford that trip. This place. It's all I have left of her." LeBron nodded, visibly moved. "You deserve that, Mr. Greaves. And more." Word of the incident spread quickly through the hotel. The guards who had thrown Henry out were summoned to the manager's office. LeBron didn't hesitate to call out their behavior in front of the entire staff. "This man served as a teacher for decades, shaping young minds," LeBron said, his voice steady but firm. "And you treated him like he was less than human. That's not just wrong, it's disgraceful." The guards hung their heads, their earlier arrogance replaced with shame. The hotel manager, eager to rectify the situation, apologized profusely to Henry and promised to make things right. But LeBron wasn't done. That evening, he made a call to his team, arranging something extraordinary for Henry. The next morning, Henry woke up in one of the hotel's most luxurious suites. A note on the bedside table read, "Mr. Greaves, you're our guest of honor this week. Enjoy your stay. LeBron James." Tears streamed down Henry's face as he realized what had happened. Not only had LeBron defended him, but he had also ensured that Henry's anniversary tribute to Margaret was truly special. LeBron had arranged a private dinner for Henry in the hotel's grand ballroom, complete with a string quartet playing the songs he and Margaret had danced to years ago. The staff, now eager to make amends, treated Henry like royalty. The story didn't end there. LeBron shared the incident on social media, emphasizing the importance of treating everyone with dignity, regardless of their appearance or circumstances. "Respect costs nothing," he wrote, "but it can change someone's world." The post went viral, sparking discussions about kindness, respect, and the often overlooked struggles of the elderly. Henry's story inspired countless others to reflect on how they treated people in their daily lives. As for the guards, they learned a valuable lesson that night, one they wouldn't soon forget. Their actions had been called out on a global stage, and they were determined to make amends. By the end of his stay, Henry wasn't just another guest. He was a symbol of resilience, love, and the power of compassion. LeBron, always humble, credited Henry with inspiring him. "People like Mr. Greaves remind us what really matters," he said during an interview. "It's not fame or money. It's the connections we make and the kindness we show." Henry left the Crown Royal Hotel not just with memories of Margaret but with new ones. Ones filled with hope, gratitude, and the reminder that even in the darkest moments, a simple act of kindness can light the way. And for everyone involved, it was a night they would never forget.